Oh, yes. Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to Podcast First Play, episode 18. I'm Cal, and as always, I'm joined by the white Samuel L. Jackson. It's only bloody Dan.
Shimon.
Indeed. Do you want some news?
I'll have some bloody news.
I'll spray it all over you.
Go
After over a year of speculation, Sony has taken the wraps off its PlayStation 4 virtual reality headset at this week's GDC, named Project Morphius.
Yeah,
like him from The Matrix.
A spunk on the Oculus Rift, but fucking hell, it looks nice.
It looks
so good.
It looks much better than Rift.
It does. I mean, the Rift, it looks like the sort of the prototype thing they put together and just said, well, it's a bit clunky and bulky, but as soon as we know what we're doing with it, this is how it'll look.
Yeah.
And then Sony just come out and just gone, fuck you, this is how ours looks. And it's like, oh shit, okay.
Sony noted it needs to hit 6 areas to succeed in the virtual reality market: sight, sound, tracking, control, ease of use, and content. Sony marched through various products and services it already has set the stage for a successful VR run. For example, its work with PlayStation Move gives it a leg up when it comes to control, and that's pretty much a given, saying that PlayStation Move's going to be tightly integrated with the Morpheus.
Now, see, that I don't agree with. Like, having something that's like quite physical, as using a PlayStation Move for whatever it is, like the Nike training or the dancing or whatever it is, you bash something over your eyes, you're going to kick someone or break your foot or something like that. I don't think that's a good idea. The whole sitting down and, you know, driving about, or sitting down and running about, or running about, standing up, fine. But dancing, where you've got to like swing everything round, you know, you're going to kick your kid in the head.
I don't think it's going to be necessarily. You're not going to have to use Move. I think you're going to use DualShock 4 just fine. But I think there's going to be some kind of. I actually think it's going to work. I don't think the PlayStation Move is going to be like integrated to the point where it's the controller that you're using. I think it's going to use the PlayStation camera. That's going to pick up a lot.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. But I mean, if you're still looking at whatever moves and stuff you've got to do, it's not going to come through on the screen, is it? It's going to go through into your eye set.
Exactly.
Eyepiece, whatever it is, which means that you still won't be able to see what's going on in the environment around you. So yeah, no, I don't mean like as a tracking thing. No, that's just literally, it replaces the TV.
Yeah.
But when you're swinging your arms about, you still sort of need to know roughly where they're going, otherwise you're just going to punch through a picture frame.
You're going to need I think if they go down that route, and I don't think they will, but if they do, I think it's going to be a worse blunder than the original Kinect. You needed a lot of room for the original Kinect, and if you can't actually see,
Americans have got houses with living rooms that big.
Yeah, basically that's what it came down to. But Project Morpheus has been 3+ years in the making, and Yoshida said that the headset is designed to, quote, push the boundaries of play. Since it was a prototype, we've got no idea of what a consumer price or release date is going to be. But the developer kit that was shown this week has a few key specs. The display is 1080p, has a 90-degree field of view, and is equipped with positional head tracking, 1000 Hz refresh rate, and enables full 360-degree movement.
Not bad.
So that's pretty fucking good, to be fair.
How long do you reckon it's going to be before Microsoft go? We've also been looking into VR headsets.
It's funny you should say that, Daniel.
This is Project Neo.
Earlier this week,
Microsoft
announced they have just started working on a virtual reality headset. Yes.
What a fucking surprise.
And considering this isn't even like Microsoft have said they're starting working on a virtual reality headset, and Sony have gone, right, let's just get one out now. This has been up in the air for a very long time.
Yeah.
Sony. There's been lots of leaks, there's been lots of speculation, and then finally, this week, after a couple of years, it's finally come to light. And then Microsoft have literally come out and said, yeah, we're going to do one.
It's going to be better than yours as well.
Next week, Nintendo are unveiling a successor to the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, the Steam set, like this console, headset, everything.
It does everything you want.
Yeah.
It's going to be brilliant, I love it. That's it for the news, though. Literally nothing else has happened.
Well, there was a new Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer, the final trailer that's going to be released until the actual... Yeah, until the film is actually released, in which you get to see a full side view of Rhino. And it is a gigantic metal rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Now I'm slightly disappointed.
Let's backtrack to one of the earlier podcasts where we were talking about this, and I believe I was very against this, and you had a lot of faith in it.
I did. I thought it was going to be just a normal bipedal suit, but with like a big rhino face covering thing, and he would run and charge. But it is a robotic rhino. Similar, if you want to cast your mind back to Metal Gear 4, to the Sniper Wolf.
Yes.
Kind of costume suit thing. It's just something that he's going to be inside, running about like a rhino.
Yeah.
Not really how Rhino is in comic books.
I would have been happy. I'd have been disappointed still after, because I know we spoke about this before, but I like the rubber-ish suity thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was his power. It was his physical power. It wasn't just the suit, which is what this appears to be.
But I did like do you remember the old Spider-Man game, Ultimate Spider-Man? And the Rhino in that, it was like a robotic suit. But it basically looked like the rubber suit, but with metal and fucking hydraulics and stuff. It looked pretty cool. I'd have been happy with that. That could have been done. Yeah. And that's basically what they have done. They've just made it look completely shite.
Yeah, but
it's basically...
looking at it now, I don't think they certainly shouldn't have Green Goblin, Electro, and Rhino all in one film.
Especially considering only Electro looks decent.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Foxx, I cannot wait to see how that turns out. It looks amazing.
Done a really good job on Mr. Fox.
Yeah, I really agree. But unless they're going to throw in another Marvel character for good measure, it just doesn't make any sense having that many bad guys in it. I mean, they did the same thing in Spider-Man 3. And
how well that went.
Exactly, it just went piss poor. So, I mean, the Amazing Spider-Man series that they've made so far is pretty good. But I think they've just gone way ahead of themselves and thrown in too many guys. But also Norman Osborn is going to be in there as an antagonist as well. So it might just be sort of like behind the scenes kind of thing. But that's four. At the end of the day, that's four villains.
At this stage in time, even people who don't know comic books, if they've seen the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film, then they know Norman Osborn is a bad guy.
Yeah, of course.
So he's going to be, even if he is good in this, for whatever reason, and obviously later on he'll turn into a twat, he's already going to be perceived as a villain. So that's four.
I'd imagine the voiceover that pops up in the advert is Norman Osborn. That's him talking. So I think he's still going to be a villain in this. So unless fucking Gwen Stacy's going to pull something out of her arse,
I doubt it because she dies.
Yeah, it's just. Do you know what I mean?
Spoiler.
It's not any good. Yeah, well done.
They know. Fucking hell. But no, we got no news. So stop begging us for news. We haven't got any. Yeah. Go ask someone else. But what we have got.
Paper.
Sorry?
Go and buy a paper.
Yeah. We're not Sky News. No, wait, we can't say that. We're not news. What we do have, though, is games out this week. Two of the biggest franchises over the last couple of years. Both out on the same day, ironically. Infamous Second Son, exclusively on PlayStation 4, is out March 21st, which is Friday. Yep. And Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero / Demo, also out March 21st, and that's available on PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Buy it on PS4 though, because it's the best one. Still don't understand why, but what the fuck ever.
It's Metal Gear, you've got to get it on a PlayStation, otherwise it's not the same.
I was actually thinking about this today. Imagine, right, there's no bones about it, not being a Sony fanboy, not hating on the Xbox One or anything. It's just general fact, it looks better on the PlayStation 4. That's just 100%
That's how it is.
accurate.
Yeah. You can't dispute that.
No, it just is. But imagine how much better it would look if they made it PS3 and PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, it means that they wouldn't have to downgrade it, so it looks passable on an
Fuck
Xbox One.
Just make it PS4 exclusive.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I got the HD collection for the 360, and you know how much I love my 360.
I do.
And it just doesn't feel the same. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel the same. It needs to be done on a PlayStation.
It's like playing Mario on a fucking on a PlayStation.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be right.
I still can't get my head around the fact that Sonic's on Nintendo consoles.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's dirty. So breaks my fucking heart every time I hear that now.
Yeah.
But no, that's it for the news. The biggest shit tip of all news, though. Last of Us is being made into a film.
And that's that covered. Fantastic.
Yeah, thanks guys. This is the last podcast we'll be doing. Cause we're
retiring after this, yeah.
If any of you happen to follow Tech Beaver before we killed it, we started a kind of like a gang, I suppose.
It's just a grassroots movement, but it was to stop the absolute travesty of making an Uncharted live-action film.
Yes.
Starring the one and only Max Payne.
Why him, of all the people?
I don't know.
But that not going over old grounds. The Uncharted Savior League, though, which is what it was called, it succeeded.
Yep, that film was canned.
And we managed to carry on happy. And now, Last
The thing is, though, I'm fairly confident that, I mean, I've said it about a few games, same as like Mass Effect and Cotter and stuff like that, but Last of Us is one of the and Uncharted, again, by its own right, Uncharted is one of The Last of Us is one of the only games where you could really just take the exact script that was written, that was read by the voiceover actors, and give it to actors and just say, just do this.
That's what they have done, though. It's literally being taken.
If it's shot for shot, then what's the point?
The thing is, though, now, whether you agree with me on this or not, I think as good as the story was and as good as the game was, I think the biggest, it was an emotional game, and that's what they aimed for, and they succeeded on many fucking, I mean, like we said on the actual Last of Us podcast, any game that can make me and you near enough cry in the first 10 minutes is fucking amazing.
It's a good sign, yeah.
But a lot of the emotion is in the fact that you're part of it.
Mm.
You're going on this journey with Joel and Ellie, and you don't know what's going to happen, and it's just all tightly woven, and it's just amazing. I think if I was watching that as a film, I couldn't give two fucks.
It would be the equivalent of being with someone while they played it.
Yeah.
And you're just sat there just going, oh, that was a good shot.
Yeah. It's not the same. It's like me and you playing Mass Effect together, and you making all the choices.
Yeah.
And I'm just sat watching you. What's the fucking
just
point?
Not on. Yeah. But I mean, it's a good thing that they've said, well, we know how well received the actual script of the game was. So we're literally we're not going to alter it at all. We just want to take that and we want to pop that onto a film. So you go, well, fair enough, that's a good choice. Don't mess with it. But then you think, well, just buy a game then.
When you finish the game, you unlock the movie.
You now know the film. You know exactly how it's going to end.
Not even that. To someone who's never played it before, if they come to my house, and when you get to bonuses, you can watch all the videos in one big long video. It's called Movie. You just click it and it plays from start to finish.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the Last of Us movie. I've just saved them $4 billion.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, the main sort of things, like the sort of tactical thinking element of it is just thinking, you're using your sort of senses to see through walls and that.
Yeah.
And then there's just, you sort of study patterns and you follow and you've got to craft and, you've got to really think your way out of things. How are they going to do that in a film? They're not going to have him sat in a room for 20 minutes looking through the wall going, well, he goes round there, every 30 seconds or so. But if I go over there, I could throw a bottle over there. That's not film.
No, it's not going to work as well as some people might think it is.
No. If they'd have said, this is going to be The Last of Us on the same day, but from someone else's perspective, maybe Tommy's perspective even, that
possibly.
I could see them going,
yeah.
Just say, actually, you know what? He's not in it for that long, other than the part with Joel and Sarah. And then you could have that in the film, and then he goes off and does whatever he does, and then he ends up at that power station. If they said that was what they were doing as a live film, I'd be like, well, shit, yeah, do that.
I'd even, maybe, like to see, like, say it's a 2-hour film, right? Not quite that, say an hour and a half. The events leading up to it, and then like the end of it is basically the start of the game.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, when it comes to sort of game to movie, Need for Speed. Wow! But
that's completely different. That's got no story at all.
No, it's just, again, they've just taken a title and said, well, Fast and Furious, that sold well. Need for Speed, people who play games, they'll come and watch this, won't they? Yeah. And then people who play games go, well, no. Because it's not my car, is it?
We don't even want to play Need for Speed, so I don't want to watch it.
But they just sort of, they get a game that's sold really, really well, and they say, yeah, we can definitely take this and put it onto a screen, and it will sell millions.
But no, on that note though, we've kind of rambled on. What's coming up on the old channel? I'm going to be doing I might do a new Star Trek Online, because I haven't been on that in a while. Been a fair bit now.
Yes, we've got some cool plans for some Sniper Elite V2
yes, we do.
Nazi zombies, 1 and 2. Might do another Plaguing. I may do.
DayZ. Some Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, because there's been plenty of additions to DayZ, and it's getting super good now, but really fucking scary and frustrating. Scary mainly for the fact that at the moment there's a huge glitch on the zombies, and they can just walk straight through the walls. So they just appear in front of you, and it's terrifying.
They should keep that in.
If they do, I don't think I'll... Oh, well, I've already bought it, haven't I? Pissed.
I'm not going to buy it, I'm going to delete it.
Yeah.
What I love most though is
brilliant, yeah.
that Dan was playing DayZ like after the new updates and stuff in the week, and I got a text. And basically he was dying, and he had loads of stuff, but he hadn't got any like fucking medicine or fucking food or anything.
You know what? I'll even go into that, because that really wound me up. Like, I mean, the map for DayZ. I mean, if you can Google it, and it is just.
It is ridiculously big.
It's super big, right? So the thing is that when I first started off, I thought it was only quite a small. They'd only given you like a little taster of the map, but it's because everything's sort of vehicle access, so you've got to go miles away to actually, find buildings and stuff. But the more stuff you get, the further you can travel. Because if you're walking from one town to another one, and you've only got a bar of soap or whatever, you're going to die before you get there. It's as simple as that. But I came across this sort of old military hangar kind of place, and there's a couple of buildings there. And I'd gone in, and it was kind of like a UN thing. So it was like a UN beret, and I found this assault vest, found loads of bullets everywhere, some big trousers, a mountain backpack which has got more space than the other backpacks. I found a gun, so I had an actual fucking working gun with bullets. I found a scope for the gun. I wrote a note on the floor for someone saying fuck you. I found loads of food, loads of water. I had absolute medicine, med kits, blood bags, IV transfusion kits. I was gas mask. I was kitted out, right? And I walked out of this thing just thinking, bring it, zombies. What the fuck are you going to do to me now? I am ready for you.
That went well.
But before I'd even got there, some zombie had a bit of a chomp on me, and I'd lost quite a bit of blood. Now because this is just how good DayZ is, I took the t-shirt off, and you can rip it up into rags, so you can seal the wound, bandage the wound, so you don't bleed out anymore. So I was wondering...
You got hypothermia.
No, I actually found, it was when I found another shirt as well, so it was super fluky, but... because I don't think it actually, provides any sort of, armour or anything, but...
Yeah.
It's best just to find one, tear it up into rags, and just keep the rags, just to be on the safe side. But then as I was wandering down from this base, gun fully loaded and ready to roll, my vision started going all blurry and black and white, and it kept coming up saying I feel dizzy, I feel nauseous. And I was just like, I definitely haven't eaten any rotten food, right? That's the one thing, because I thought it was just sort of it's like a chance kind of thing, so you've got a 70% chance of being okay if you eat a rotten pear or whatever. And you've got a 30% chance of getting food poisoning, and then you've got to eat these charcoal tablets to cure it, blah, 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 blah. So I'd stayed away from all that, and it was just getting worse and worse, and I just realised it was because it was just lack of blood. But because I didn't have any friends with me, I couldn't test their blood to see what blood type they were, and I couldn't get a transfusion to give me more blood, which means that going to die, and there was nothing I could do about it. And I had the most gear that I'd ever come across. So I ran into this city, like a big sort of town thing with these big blocks of flats. Ran all the way to the top. So bad. I ran to the top floor and just laid on the floor and died. And I had to wait for about 15 minutes to die. But I thought if I just lie here, because you can't respawn otherwise unless you kill yourself. Yeah. So I thought if I'm out of the way, just in case anyone happens across like where the zombie were that killed me in the middle of a field, they can just take all my stuff. I thought if I'm well out of the way, that's it, I'm alright. So laid there, died, spawned, but obviously the spawns are just random.
Yeah. So
I was just fucking miles away, so I was running around, I got to a big block of flats that was the same building, ran to the top floor, obviously there was nothing there, it was a different building. And I was so gutted I haven't been back on it since, and that was about 4 days ago. But it's just the best thing ever.
There's your movie.
Honestly, DayZ, the film, make it, I'll watch it.
Brilliant. But no, we had something else. Hungercraft Games has been and gone. That will be up pretty soon.
Yeah, thanks again to Liam.
Yes, big thank you to Liam.
For his continued help and support.
We've also got some updates on Bumbex Alpha where you will see some of Liam's handiwork, and you can probably send him a Facebook and give him some money and he'll probably do something for you, because he's fucking amazing. Well, no, we won't be paying him. But no, he is a Minecraft wizard.
Absolutely. So
fantastic.
I'm looking forward to making a few more updates to the depot, and then we can do some more stuff with that. Other than that, though, I think I'm pretty much in the clear until we start doing something together.
We are. Obviously, Sniper Elite is our new. I don't want to say co-op because it's mainly Dan, and I'm just kind of there.
Yeah, I've already put about 15 hours into one of them, so I'm pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, I kind of just shoot and hope for the best. To be honest.
I'm going to have you as like my grenade mule, I think.
Yeah, just load me up with fucking... What are them sticks called? Not dynamite, the grenade sticks.
Yeah, the steel-handed grenade.
Same thing.
Basically just German word for grenade.
Yeah. Pretty cool though, we're liking it. We also have a brand new series of... it's like a spin-off from APB Response. Quite looking forward to that, should be funny. But this week, our trailer for Ventura Skies went up, which is our brand new series. It's quite morbid, but it's a lot more fun than it looks.
Not to make though.
Not to make. It was very hard to make, so don't judge me too hard. But what? Hey ho. Anyway, that is it for us. We have rambled on continuously, but it's because we love you. It's the only reason.
And I love you.
And I love you. And we love him.
What?
I don't know. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yes.